Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. In this video, I'm going to talk about business cycles. In the late 18th and early 19th century, classical economics, such as Adam Smith, David Ricardo, John Batiste, and John Mill, denied the existence of business cycles, blamed them on external factors such as war. But in 1946, economists Arthur Burns and Wesley Mitchell provided the now standard definition of business cycles in their book Measuring Business Cycles. Business cycles are a type of fluctuation found in the aggregate economic activity of nations. A cycle consists of expansions occurring at the same time in many economic activities, followed by similarly general recessions, contraction, and revivals which merge into the expansion phase of the next cycle. Commodity price shocks are considered to be a significant driving force of the US business cycle, along with the price of oil, changes in consumer sentiment that affects overall spending, investment, and firms' profits. Mainstream economics views business cycle as essentially the random summation of random causes. Recessions can sometimes not occur for decades. For example, Australia did not experience any recession between 1991 and 2020. In 1860, French economist Clément Hoglar first identified economic cycle 7 to 10 years long. In 1987, Black Monday is the name commonly given to the global, sudden, severe, and largely unexpected stock market crash. 7 years later, 1994, bond market crisis or Great Bond Massacre was a sudden drop in bond market prices across the developed nations. 7 years later, 2001, the dot-com bubble crash was a shock event that resulted in massive sell-offs of stocks. 7 years later, 2008, the financial crisis of 2008 or a global financial crisis, it was the most serious financial crisis since the Great Depression. 7 years later, 2015, the flash crash refers to the rapid stock market decline. On Monday, August 24, 2015, the S&P 500 stock index fell as much as 103 points in minutes. This flash crash affected traders who were trading the US dollar, which fell more than 3% in under 4 minutes. 7 years later, 2022, under construction. So let's visualize the business cycle in a graph. The line that you see in the front of you is just a growth trend. I'm going to start with the expansion stage first for the simplicity of this presentation. So if we have expansion, at the end of the expansion cycle, we will have peak. And after the peak cycle, we'll have a contraction lead to recession or depression. It depends how severe is the contraction. And the end of the recession or the depression cycle will have a trough. Then end of the trough will have recovery lead to expansion. So pretty much this is the business cycle contain four stages. So here we go. We have stage one, expansion, stage two or cycle two, peak, cycle three, contraction or recession, and four, trough. So, after reviewing some history about the business cycle and visualizing the business cycle, the question is where are we in the business cycle? Are we at the end of the expansion, at the peak, at recession, or the trough? You can leave your comment below. I think, in my opinion, we are in between the trough and the recession. We are already transitioning from recession to the trough. So, we are probably somewhere here in this area. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.